Hey everybody, Caleb Arthur here, owner and founder of Sun Solar. So today we've got some breaking news. Last week, April 20th, it was announced that the Missouri Public Service Commission, which has jurisdiction over the investor-owned utilities, which this one is about Liberty Utilities. So if you have a utility company over you that's Liberty Utilities, which you'll know that by knowing who you've paid your utility bill to forever, that utility bill that just continues to go up, that's been skyrocketing. If your utility company is Liberty Utilities, tune in right now because this is going to affect you drastically. Not only has your utility bills continued to gone up over and over again, now what's happened is the Public Service Commission, the PSC in Missouri, has granted them the right to stop paying solar rebates forever. And what I mean by that is on April 20th, the order date, the Missouri Public Service Commission has told Liberty that effective on May 20th, 2023, this year, May 20th, just right down the road, less than 30 days from now, that they will be able to stop paying those solar rebates forever. Those cash rebates that they've been paying their customers for the last few years is going to end forever. What does that mean? That means by probably May 12th, that Sun Solar is going to stop taking applications, and because we've got to do contracts, we've got to do all of the engineering and fill out the applications and then make sure they're submitted by the 20th, because if you submit an application on Saturday the 21st, they're going to reject it and you won't get your rebate money. So why are they discontinuing rebates? Well, the answer is pretty simple. There was a state law that was passed a few years ago that said that Liberty needed to pay out $7 million in these rebates, and Liberty has proven that they have paid out this full $7 million to the Public Service Commission, and the Public Service Commission says you no longer need to pay out any more rebates. So that order has been granted, and they're going to stop paying out the rebates. So there's this small window of opportunity. If you're a Liberty customer, you can now get this rebate, but you have to call us. You have to get in line because it's first come, first serve. Now, the great thing is you don't have to be installed. You just have to have your application for the rebate turned in, like right now. So you call us right now. Don't wait till May 12th. If everybody waits till May 12th, our cutoff deadline, it could be too late. So call now. It's just now April 25th. So we've got a little bit of time. But what's interesting about this goes into a little bit more in depth. So if you want to stop there and give us a call, our number's 417-413-1786. So get a pen or piece of paper or get out your phone and type this in. It's 417-413-1786. You can Google us, Sun Solar. Make sure you're getting a hold of us. If you've got a quote in the past and the numbers weren't quite where you needed them to be, we'll work with you. We want to help our customers. We want to help save you money. Obviously, inflation's been going through the roof, but what's great about solar is it's locking in your rates, for a very long time. So we're here to help you. We're not here to keep skyrocketing your electric bills like what the utilities are in business for. But, one thing that has been going on for a long time is that, utilities were ordered to pay these rebates from a 2008 Proposition C getting passed by Missouri voters. 66% of Missouri voters voted to pass Proposition C. But what happened was earlier in the year, in 2008, the Missouri legislature passed a law to try to exempt Liberty from having to pay these rebates. But what happened was when the Missouri voters passed Proposition C, it was still to make Liberty pay the rebates, but Liberty decided they didn't want to follow the laws. Imagine that, a utility company not wanting to follow laws and paying rebates to customers going solar. So Ameren in St. Louis and KCP&L, who's Evergy up in Kansas City, they faithfully paid out hundreds of millions of dollars to their customers to go solar under the Missouri state laws. And it helped grow a solar industry. It helped put solar on rooftops, created over 8,000 solar jobs in the state of Missouri from 2010 until 2015. And during those 5 years, Liberty didn't pay out a dime. From 2010 until 2015, didn't pay out a dime. During that time, Empire Liberty got sued by a couple nonprofits, and it went to the Missouri Supreme Court. And the article that you'll see pop up here is from Springfield Business Journal. Springfield Business Journal wrote this article about Empire District loses a Missouri Supreme Court lawsuit, and they had to start paying the rebates. And what this mostly means is that the Missouri Supreme Court recognized that Empire had never paid rebates. My estimation is there's anywhere between $25 and $35 million of solar rebates that Empire just skipped out on and never paid. So yes, they have paid the $7 million under this new law, but what happened to the $25 to $35 million that they didn't pay out the first go around? And I think that's just a huge injustice and obviously just a slap in the face to the Missourians that are on Liberty's grid that never had a chance to go solar. And you think about all the tens of millions of dollars, if not $100 million of solar savings that their customers are never going to see. Meanwhile, the utility gets to reap guaranteed profits forever of hundreds of millions of dollars off of their own customers' backs. So why is it important to talk about this? Well, other than Renew Missouri intervening in this case, in front of the Public Service Commission, Sun Solar was the only for-profit company and the only solar company to intervene in Liberty's case to stop paying the rebates. And I think that's important for all the watchers on this video and the listeners of our podcast to know, is that Sun Solar was the only one to stand up and fight other than Renew Missouri. Renew Missouri is a nonprofit. They're great, run by James Owen. And they will stand up and fight. They will intervene. Their main goal is to intervene in Public Service Commission stuff. But, the Solar Trade Association didn't stand up and fight. None of the other solar companies sit up and fight. And I think it's important for our customers to know that we're always going to stand up and fight for their rights. I want Liberty customers to know, whether they're investing with Sun Solar or not, that we're going to stand up and fight. And I think that all the shenanigans that the utility companies play on a daily basis just gets really old. And I want customers to know that that I stand on principle of what I think's right and wrong in the energy industry. And I just think that this was done entirely wrong. And even though Empire Liberty says they faithfully paid out the $7 million that is under the current state statute, I think it goes back further. And that I just wanted to point out there was a huge injustice. In Liberty's filing, they said the rebates were also no longer needed because solar could stand on its own, that people no longer needed the rebate, that the economics for solar are so great. Well, guess what? The economics of middle-class America is not so great. Being on Liberty Utilities, who has some of the highest electric rates in the entire country, isn't so great. And I bet if we polled everybody on Empire Electric and the utilities in Missouri, I bet people getting utility bills that are equal to or higher than their mortgage payments, I bet that doesn't feel so great. And I just think it was kind of a slap in the face to everybody about how their filing went down. If you're interested in their filings, it's all public information when they do these filings. This was the first time that Sun Solar's actually intervened in any kind of Missouri Public Service Commission filing. I don't have anything against the Missouri Public Service Commission or the commissioners. I actually personally like all the commissioners. I personally know majority of the commissioners, and obviously a lot of them are politicians that came out of the Missouri Senate or the Missouri House. And, I think they were following the law when they made this decision. None of them were there when this previous issue came up years ago when I was around and had to deal with it. But I thought that intervening and stating my case and stating why keeping the solar rebates going were an important thing. And I wanted to be on the record as a principled person in the energy industry, and putting it out there was a good thing. And now I want to talk about it publicly so that people understand why I intervened in the case. I knew that it wasn't going to come out in our favor. I knew that before I intervened and filed and put my comments through our attorney out there. but I wanted everybody to know at least I was going to stand up and fight for their rights. And, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day. So, thank you everybody for your support. You vote with your dollars. I tell people that all the time. If you believe in somebody or something, you need to vote with your dollars. And sometimes I buy a product or I buy something or invest in something, even if it costs a little bit more, because I'm supporting that cause. And not to say that Sun Solar costs anything more than any other solar company, but if you're going to go solar, it's always wise to invest those dollars in a company that you believe in. So if you like the kind of work that we're doing, the kind of fight that we're taking to the utility companies or to different organizations that aren't playing fair or doing right, then vote with your dollar and sign up with us, or share our content or help build our brand, because it's important for us to get the word out there on the kind of work that we're doing. We're not just a for-profit solar company. We're trying to create a better world for our future generations, and that has to do a lot with your all support. And so we really appreciate everybody, and just help us continue the good fight. Thank you.